because it actually. Oh, we're live now.
Oh, we're live. Jeez.
Hi,
I was supposed to
everybody.
show something. Hi, everybody. Hello, my fellow comic book collectors.
This is where the big boys play. What's up, everybody? It's Collector Club. We're back for our weekly club episode.
Oh, this packaging sucks.
Oh, that's my big nasty shirt. My big nasty.
Everyone has big nasty shirts.
I didn't get one yet. It's coming, I think, though.
I don't get one.
Oh, okay.
You got a Chonko shirt.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what matters.
Actually, from the looks of it, the Chunko shirt looks pretty cool. Actually,
It's very good material.
I'm happy with them. I'm happy with how they turned out. I think they look really good, and I think they're nice quality.
As the original Chonko Maniac, I think that it's a great thing.
That Matt came up with that like a long time, like 2 or 3 months ago. Matt came up with the "I'm a Chonko Maniac," and I said that was going to be on a shirt if I ever made one.
Yeah, it sounds like a thing, right?
It is now.
I still can't get that damn song out of my head.
I think
Just wait. Wait till you. So, Dirty Rotten Comic Flipper, the song is made. It's done. But I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah, you said you were
actually.
making that.
It's done. Like maybe I could even kind of play it. It's not cleaned up, but it's like really filthy. It's like freeform cursing, and it's gonna. But the guy who did my video, my intro. I'm gonna have him do just like a simple video for it with like subtitles, and it's kind of wild.
Nice. So we were talking about Canadian superheroes and creators and whatnot before we started.
Mm-hmm.
And the topic is basically the character is Canadian, but is a book considered Canadian if the creator is Canadian, but it was published in the United States?
Like
Like the
Superman?
Todd McFarlane book.
What is everybody fucking Superman? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I
there
would,
was
I would say
Superman
no.
Well, the
Like I
creator
said
is
backstage,
Canadian.
I would definitely say no to Spawn because Spawn's created by a Canadian, and I would say no to Superman because Superman's created by a Canadian.
Mhm.
Because I mean, John Byrne
In America.
Canadian.
Does it matter if it was created? Okay. I don't care what country you're from, and if you're from that country, if you do it in America, don't that make it American?
Not really.
Well, to be fair, Joe Shuster created it for a newspaper for his high school in Canada. So
Well,
he created it in Canada, but that's beside the point. I'm with you. I'm saying that Superman is not a Canadian, considered a Canadian character because the creator is. Yeah.
Well, it's a Canadian creation, but yeah.
Yeah, he's not a Canadian creation, not a
I would say
Canadian
he's
character.
I would say he's the American character.
Joe Schuster and Jerry Siegel. So you guys are giving one guy more credit than the other, right?
Yes.
No, actually, Siegel
Yes.
probably gets more credit. Schuster only did the design. But the thing is, I was just saying, do you consider, like, this is what I was asking TM, do you consider it to be Canadian if the creator is Canadian? Whether, if it was published in in America.
I don't.
And I said no.
And he said no. And so.
Here's the thing: is like you're making it real specific. It's okay. Where was Superman created?
Yes, that's the point. Is like it's an American book. That's what we're saying.
That's what I thought. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
you say, where was the creators from that created? It's like, okay, I guess.
But we're going to say the opposite with Cerebus. Cerebus was created by a Canadian and published in Canada. So
Yes,
that is a
clearly.
Canadian book. Same with Captain Canuck. But see, but we have this argument because John Byrne has technically got Canadian citizenship, but he did most of his stuff for American companies. So, so we're also talking about who are Canadian-based characters like Alpha Flight and Wolverine.
Yeah. Also, Superman isn't even human, so he's not even from the United States. He's from Krypton.
Mhm.
But he
Well,
was
I'm
adopted
sure.
from Kansas. I
I'm
guess.
I'm sure if the creators created Superman in Canada, you guys would take credit for that too, right?
Biggie, are you thinking that I'm on the side of? I'm on
No,
your
I'm talking
side,
about
Biggie. You know
everybody.
that, right?
I'm talking about
Like-
everybody. Like any Canadian, I'm sure you would brag about, oh, Superman was created in Canada at this place. So I live in Ohio where Superman was created. That's why I'm so defensive.
Yes.
But as
Yes.
TM
In
said,
Ohio.
he was actually created before that for a
Well,
Canadian newspaper.
with the Action Comics Wood was from a production in Ohio.
Yes.
In Ohio.
No. There's no question that's an American book. I was asking if he thought it of
It's
it
by
as-
newspaper. Like, okay, yeah.
But the character appeared before that is the point.
And I would like to point out that the Metropolis water line that they used was based on Toronto of 1930s, which
But
looks the same today, except there's the Sky Dome and the CN Tower.
Mm-hmm.
But wasn't Superman and when he was in like the college paper or whatever, he was like totally different. It wasn't like this
Right.
form of Superman.
That's why his suits are so important, and Siegel both of them are important. They both had a lot.
Listen, only the Canadian Post Office thinks Superman is Canadian because they put out a stamp. But that's it.
Oh well.
I give you guys.
I agree with you, Biggie, that it's an American hero. But I was just saying that. Do you
Yeah, I'd
think
say he's an American hero too because he's
this is how our discussion is going? You know, he's an
Maybe
American hero.
you guys
No
get
question.
one mulligan. Get one mulligan. Get Hulk 340 because it's a Canadian drawing a Canadian. You get one issue.
Yes, but that was for an American company.
Yeah.
Therefore,
I know. I'm
see, I
kidding.
see-
I'm just
so
I'm just
here's
goofing
where
around,
see
I
it
know.
is Wolverine, for example, was created by an American, right?
Yep.
And but he's a Canadian character. That's the way I see Superman. Superman was created by a Canadian, but he's an American character. Does that make
That's
sense?
right.
yes.
I'm not forfeiting to the fact that creation of Superman was in America. I don't give a shit about the newspaper and the ideas. It wasn't the same. The ultimate real Superman was created in America. So that's where I'm going with. But y'all can say what you want. That's fine.
Well,
I've seen
there's not that many heroes from Canada. There's Nelvana, there's
Yeah.
Captain Canuck, there's Mr. Canoehead, there's
The
You
horse
know,
guy. The horse guy.
the horse guy, yes, Horsehead.
the
Equinox.
All right, now you're scraping the bottom of the barrel when you say the horse guy.
Equinox.
Yeah, they're trying to
Wolverine.
sneakily get Superman from us, Jonko. So
Trailer Park Boys.
There is Equinox, Wolverine, and Deadpool.
Wolverine is a Canadian character, as I said, but created by Americans. So I don't really.
Yeah, Sabretooth is the same thing. He's
Yeah, but you
Canadian.
can. I would say like American or Canadian because he's a Canadian character. He's from Canada. Like, how else would you say it?
Well, then what? That defeats the whole. I don't get that. All right.
I'm on your
address-
side,
I'm saying
Biggie.
you can
Do you
I know.
realize that I've been on your side the entire time?
TM, I have never said TM like this is addressed at you. I'm just talking out loud. I know.
I know, but I've been. You're
It's only
combating
TM
my
that's
argument.
against you, Biggie. We're all on your side, but TM, I don't know why TM's against you there.
Yeah.
I didn't invite Bleacher because
I'm
I
on
forgot.
neither side of this. I just like to see. I'm one of the guys that points out the connections. For example, Elf Lord would be a Canadian book because the creator's Canadian and the company that put it out at the time was Canadian.
All right,
Okay,
I'm gonna drop the leg for the 6 Elf Lord memberships. No, I'm gonna drop the leg for aggressively relaxing. Thank you so much, my friend.
Big Biggie. Biggie. Biggie.
All right, we're back. Elf Lord's cool, man.
Yeah. Did
Anybody-
you actually know of it before? Or?
what do you mean? Before you just showing that? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. I'm just
Yeah, it's
I
created
wasn't
by
sure
like
how big Elf Lord was outside of Canada.
It's like a brother and sister thing, right? Like they're related or something.
No, you're
think that's
thinking
Elf
Elf
Quest.
Quest.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
thinking Elf Quest. You're right.
That's the peonies, but they're husband and wife actually.
No, you're right. They're husband and wife. Right.
I had a friend that was so into that, like, and he would try to show it to me like in middle school all the time. I'd be like, I don't get it, man. I'm not on board with ElfQuest right now. Later on I
ElfQuest
appreciated
isn't
it, but at
bad,
the time I was like, nah, I kind of get it.
I actually don't mind Elf
Yeah.
Quest. I think it's
At the
quite
time
good.
I didn't.
Yeah, she was way ahead of her time. I mean, it was the girl that did it, right?
Yeah, most of the art I think she did, right?
She did all the story too. It was her ideas.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they collaborated on story.
Well, they did, but I mean, it was her. She kind of wanted to make something that was like anime, but for Western audiences.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
All right.
She
What
was
else? do we
really into
want to talk about?
cosplay. She was a babe.
Oh, let's go down the Mark Spears road. How about that? So we was having a conversation about Mark Spears, and I'm not going to say any names, but someone was talking about. Oh no, he could keep his originals off of his art with his pencil tools from digital. And I know somebody that collects original art, and they said they've never seen any sales of Mark Spears' original art.
Because he doesn't have any. Not for his comic book characters. I'm sure he has some for. He used to be a fine artist, like a painter and stuff. I'm sure he has art around that he.
But
has done,
he's all digital now, isn't he?
but he doesn't.
Well-
he doesn't have it for any of his comic stuff. None of
Oh, he
it.
does. He does. In fact, if you watch him on Beyond Wednesdays, he's got one like behind him. He's got the original Bridezilla or the Bride thing. I mean, it's what it. I mean, he did digitally enhance it for the cover, but the original is it's behind him in his room.
Are you sure it's not a print?
No, it's his artwork. It's what he made. I mean, he painted
Okay.
it.
Does he not sell it or something? Because
I don't think he has much. I think most of it's like everybody said. I think he pencils it out and then he puts it in and then like the finished product is all digital. So I don't know that there is such a thing other than these like couple that he has.
yeah, I
But
talked to a really
that's
big.
typical
Go
of
ahead.
most modern artists right now. That's not just Mark Spears. That's pretty much most artists nowadays.
What's that? Oh, digital. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
digital enhanced at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to a big art collector, and they said there just ain't any. So I believe him because he knows it way better than I do. Like he knows where to look, knows where to look for.
Like the old school.
Well, at this point, when he's just selling
This is from this
prints.
week. Like,
I'd be curious to see at some point in his career
Matt?
if he had any art just kicking around that he'd done.
this looks old school, like pen to
Yeah,
pay.
but still probably done digitally, Matt.
Okay.
So like,
Well,
so
there-
what
I-
happens is nowadays.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, Alan.
What
Sorry.
they'll do is they'll do it like there's like programs that you use and they'll draw it out, and then they can do everything just digitally though.
This is real comic book art.
Yes, but I've
There's no
seen
question about
enough guys at conventions and stuff that are still drawing on paper, and it looks like the same.
But it's becoming more and more rare to see that. Is the point that I'm trying to make.
Well, I mean, like
it's like people
Oh.
color things. A lot of people color things like that now. It's like
at
people
this.
still do
They
pencils.
scan it
but
in and color
They
it.
scan
Yeah,
it in
that's
and then they
that's what
color.
happens.
We got a couple haters. So this guy unsubscribed to me earlier, and I went and looked, and I had 13 unsubscriptions. I think this guy's connected to the burner accounts. This guy right here,
Oh, really? Is it-
The PCP Army,
maybe.
What's the PBC?
Fable and his crew. Fuck you, Fable.
Yeah, I
Sweet
think you used up all your burner accounts. I'm not worried about any more unsubscriptions. You got rid of 13 for me, and I've actually got a couple back since then. So do your
I wonder if
worst.
people use burner accounts with my channel. Maybe like there's only like one person that actually subscribes to my channel, and there's like 5,000 burner accounts.
He's banned. See you
I gotta
later.
make that
Amazing.
one guy happy, or I'm totally done as a channel.
What? Yeah. You have like 5,000. 198.
So if I just want to get to 1,000, I just have to create 300 burner accounts. Fuck, this is gonna be hard.
Yeah, I know it really sucks.
I'm gonna be up all night, guys.
some effeminate bitch made, dork wants to make fake accounts and then follow and unfollow you. Okay, man. All right. If that's your thing,
that seems like
Yeah.
a lot of effort. I'm too lazy to
Yeah.
do that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but
Yeah, 13. I thought like I'm gonna have one unsubscription maybe, and I looked and there was 13. I was like,
Yeah, that
don't
was
make
kind of
sense.
fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's not a coincidence. Like it's that guy, and he did it all. Probably. I don't think I offended 13 people. I always say silly shit,
yeah.
Yeah, they should have been offended long time ago.
Yeah, right. Like what you been here for the whole time? Come on, man.
Yeah.
All right.
I keep having one person like dislike my videos like every once in a while.
Oh, I have one person that stalks my videos and dislikes every video I have.
And that's how you know you made it.
Mother-in-law.
I think it's one of the people that sent me shitty packaging. They probably like happened across this. So I'm always like, he's like, I'm gonna get Choco. Crying.
Amazing.
So I mean, what I can't believe is that I get the odd dislike. That's fine, but the one video that I was surprised I got a dislike on, I was announcing a giveaway. I said, I'm gonna give stuff. Dislike.
I don't
I
even
hate free stuff.
I've never gotten a dislike. That's weird.
Oh, I got very few. I may have 4 or 5 total.
That's because you haven't made it there, Bleeker. It's
Just
soon.
haven't made it, man. I'm just not there.
Yeah, you'll eventually make it, but
Once you
These
make
guys
it,
made it.
you have people that hate
But I
you.
can tell you that I get like 5 subscribers, and then I lose 3, and then I get 2, and then I lose
I've
5,
been like
and then
that
I
all
get
month.
2, and then I get.
Yeah, I've been.
you know
losing
what? I think
it.
Biggie got you beat though. He lost 13 today.
Hey, I did good. Yeah.
You did all right, Biggie. Good job, buddy.
The
You
the
win.
most I've ever lost in one day was like 30 or something like that.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
shit.
That was
Wow.
a winning moment. He wins.
I remember that day.
I was like so annoyed, and I didn't even
Now-
say anything controversial or anything. I was so annoyed.
I want
know, it's
I
just-
want to make sure I say this guy's name right, Chonko. You know it, right? It's McKay.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Brian, in fact, I was saying, didn't Mark show on your show the original artwork for the original Bridezilla, the painting? Didn't he show it on Beyond Wednesdays one time?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. If you're gonna see it, you're gonna see it on his channel.
Right? Like that's
Yeah.
what he studied for anyway. I know that.
Oh, it's fucking McClay. I've been saying it
McClay,
right the whole time.
McClay.
Shit.
Who's McClay?
Brian
It's
McClay,
Brian
man.
from,
He's the
Beyond
best.
Wednesdays?
That's his actual name.
Yeah, yeah.
Brian McClay.
Yeah. Oh, in fact, like the two channels, that really inspired me to start a channel was Alan's channel and Brian's channel. Those are the two that I was watching all the
He's
time.
the-
And then I met everybody else, of course, but those two channels.
yeah.
Don't.
I'm
That's
on
fine.
it.
Don't add our channels now that you
No,
just
man.
now.
They don't
You know
want to
I
be in
love
the
all you
same
guys.
league as me.
That's
That's
the most
bullshit right
content on
there.
mine. That's all that matters. Oh, sweet. Stop it on.
No, I love all you guys. You know that. I pump all your channels.
once you sully that thing with with an association to me, it's like it's done.
I just remember when I first started my channel, I was going up and down quite frequently in a day. And I discovered later that my son was subscribing or unsubscribing to me based on whether I pissed him off that day.
He's getting you.
This will be fun. Alan and Brian get to meet up. These are the two Chonko's biggest push channels.
Inspirations. So you know what's funny? Like when I hit 100 subscribers, my kids kept on threatening me.
Oh, Brian?
Like they unsubscribe.
Oh wow!
Hey,
So
nice
I
to meet
just
you, Brian.
opened up. Good to listen. I've been following you for a long time, brother. It's good to finally. I think we may have been on a channel
Do you want
before.
to put these two lovebirds
Yeah,
next
I
to
thought we actually met
each other?
earlier,
Like they need
but
to be next
yeah.
to each other.
Chunk, I just got your.
No, we're next to each other now.
Your picture, brother. So
My
How
what?
is it? Is it? You think
gonna
it'll
be
work
small,
or?
but I'm dropping the
Brian
weight.
got a shirt.
I'm dropping the weight, so I think it gives me a thing to get into, right?
If you have to give it away, I'm not offended in any way. I wanted you to get one. So
Hell no, brother. I appreciate it.
So-
all right. What's the question about Mark?
Yeah. It's good. You lay it on him, Chonker.
So they're saying that that Mark didn't have any originals of his artwork, and I said no. I saw it on your channel. He displayed like the original painting for the original Bridezilla, like the first painting he did of that. He still has that, right?
So Mark does not have originals, like paintings of any of the monster stuff. So he does all his stuff digitally, right?
Yeah.
When it comes, what he'll do is like in the past, I don't know if he does it anymore because he's blown up and everything has changed. But in the past, he has. If somebody has said, "Hey, I want the original art for that," he'll say, "I don't have the original art." He'll sketch stuff out, like he'll sit there and sketch out everything on a paper and stuff, and then he'll take that idea and then he'll scan it and then run it and put it into his digital Photoshop or whatever. I don't know what artists use these days. And then he'll continue to sketch on that, on his tablet. Whenever you see him on the show, he's always working. He's always sketching on a tablet, and then he keeps looking up. He's always sketching,
But didn't he have? I thought the one time he was showing.
Yeah, what he'll do is in the past, like I said, I don't know if he does anymore. He'll create these one of one huge, like super high end. They look like they're paintings, but
That's what I was told. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wrong then. Yeah, that's
it's just a digital print.
It's a print. Yeah.
It's digital print. Yeah.
But they put it on canvas, though, right? Don't they?
They put it on canvas. Yes.
Yeah. That's what I thought it was. So my mistake.
So it's sort of like a G clay or something like that.
Yes,
Is that what it's called?
exactly. Kind of like what Alex Ross does when he sells his super limited stuff. But here's the thing. Now, don't get it twisted. That doesn't mean Mark doesn't draw. I mean, the guy knows how to draw. You can see
he just
his sketch covers and stuff. He's got really good sketch covers. I think there was a couple of times where he showed his sketch covers that he does. A lot of people
I assume that he can paint as well. Like he studied to be a fine painter or something of that nature.
Yeah, I imagine. I don't know. I haven't ever talked to him about it, but a lot of people will give me shit, be like, "Oh, he's not a real artist. Look at the shitty fucking card that he did, 10 years ago." You got to remember, Mark's been trying to break into comics for 25 years. I mean, and he would just like some artists out there. I mean, there's some artists, we all know an artist that works in the card market and this and that, and it's not easy to fucking draw on a little and paint it on a little thing, right? So I get it. People will be like, "Oh, that art's shitty." I think I have one around here where it's the Watcher, and I'm not going to base my thought on the guy's work on a little card art. But he does.
I did see. There was like a Magic Johnson and Larry Bird card he did. I did like that one. That looked really good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he doesn't. That's a problem with guys who do original art, that are digital artists. And they're feeling it nowadays because look at all these guys that are making all their money off their OA. I mean,
so much money is being made off of original art right now.
I think that's why people keep Which is why I always thought that they did it first and then transferred into the digital thing. I have no clue. I mean, I really don't.
You can do it.
Well,
you
some
can
of them
do
do,
it.
Matt. They'll do the inks that way.
Yeah.
They'll do the inks, then they'll scan it and then color it digitally.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I have a cousin that does a lot of drawing and stuff. And that's how she used to do it. She'd pencil it, then ink it, and then she'd put it on the tablet.
And honestly, the only reason that people are doing that nowadays, and it's time. There's so much time saved when you're coloring with a computer, even when you're drawing on a
well,
tablet.
if you make a mistake coloring it,
you can erase. You don't have to start over. You can literally just tap the screen and it erases everything you just did. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, most artists nowadays, like Bleecker said, that the time is such a big issue. And to be honest, that's a big talking point on my content over the next, couple days. I don't know if you guys saw the whole thing with John Gallagher and him getting caught again, aping art from somebody else's work to do a cover. Did you guys see that?
I heard you talking about it. I didn't see it.
Talking about it, yeah.
Yeah. So, John Gallagher's a great fucking artist, and there's no doubt about that. you know, he's got a great background. He worked on he was an original artist on working on Knights of the Old Republic game when it first came out. He's the co-creator of Darth Revan. The guy has talent, but he gets behind and he thinks, oh, I can just go, nobody will find this. This will save me so much time if I go find something and change it up a little bit. And he's been caught on 4 or 5 covers now just by me and Beyond Wednesdays. And I feel bad because every time he'll write me, because I know the guy. I've interviewed him a couple of times, and you know, I'm acquaintances with him on social media, and he'll write me and he say, man, I messed up royally this time. It was my fault. You know, don't blame the retailers and that. And it's like, bro, you've been caught 4 times.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't keep saying it's a time issue each time. Like, you know, fool me once, you know, that whole story. It's like, come on, dude. So there is a big problem out there with AI art, digital art.
There's been a lot of people getting busted for using
Well,
AI.
actually,
AI
it
stuff.
seems like so many companies use AI art nowadays. It's like,
Yes.
It's
I
pretty
just
easy
need
to
common
spot
art.
too.
There's been at least three artists that I know of for sure that have been caught using AI art, and they're predominant artists in comic books. Like they're not. It's not like a Joe Blow over there. It's like a you know, I don't know, whatever, a Desjardins or something like that. Like it's somebody.
Patina.
Yeah, it's somebody always good, and it's like, oh geez.
Yeah, I think Alan
That's
had a
why I
really.
give props
I
to-
believe it was you, Alan, when you said like one of the ways for artists to protect themselves coming kind of AI trend is for people to
trademark their
develop
style.
a very specific style and then trademark that style. LB Cole would be Mark would be an example.
Yeah.
You know, people where they have developed a style that's very distinctive and they can
And then
defend
they
that in
could
the future.
and what I would say is you
Can
sell
Scotty,
the
can
rights
Scotty
to-
Young actually do that with chibi art? Because other people have done it before. He's most famous for it, but other people have done that kind of
But
art.
even in that, he has his own style, I would say.
Yeah, he definitely does. He's got his own unique flair. But
Yeah.
Although, didn't he take it from Calvin and Hobbes a little bit? Like, isn't
It has that
Isn't
very
there-
Calvin. Yeah, I actually always thought that. Actually,
and I love Calvin and Hobbes, so I like the style because I like Calvin and Hobbes, but it is very Calvin and Hobbes.
It really is.
yeah.
I think that's the problem.
I think the reason everybody brings up Mark Spears is because we are collectors and we would like to have a piece of original art. You know, like I think that's why everybody keeps like, does he have it? No, and there's a question.
Well, I hate to think that you know, technology is making something that has been part of the human experience literally for thousands of years disappear. You know, ink on paper.
Well, that was what was frustrating when I did my own comic. There was only one piece of original art for my Kickstarter. Everything else was digital.
just buy Capullo art, buddy. You'll be all right. He does paper and ink still. You'll be fine.
I'll tell you, the one I keep
There's a
pumping.
few old school bastards out there still.
I'll tell you, Suspiria is painting everything.
Yeah.
If you fucking awesome.
Suspiria, Pete Carroll, aka the Art of Carroll.
Lotte, what's her name? What's her first name? Lotte.
Lotte, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of Suspiria. As a matter of fact, I got her working on two projects for me right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that I'm hoping for San Diego. So fingers crossed that all works out. I really like Pete Carroll out of the UK. I don't know if you guys know his art. He just did the. Did you see the eBay Live eBay Live Battle Beast trading comic packs things that they did?
I didn't see the eBay, but I know
I heard about
packs though. Yeah.
So if you bought one of those packs, you got 3 books. You got a random book that was in the blind bags, right? So anything that they put in the blind bags, you could get in those. You got a random book, which was like your hit. It was either an entire run. So there was an entire run of Invincible in there that was Robert Kirkman's personal collection. So you could get any book from Robert Kirkman's personal collection from the Invincible run.
Including number 1?
Including number 1.
Wow.
Wow.
Everything.
Badass.
There was like
That's a
100.
pretty good giveaway.
There was 100 sketch covers in there by, you know, I don't know if it's 100. Maybe it was like 40 sketch covers. There was all the major variants from the Invincible run, and these are all signed by Otley too, by the way. A lot of them were signed by Kirkman and Otley. There was Kirkman, Corey Walker signed books in there. So, and then the third final book that you got in there was a Pete Carroll Battle Beast variant. And if you get a chance, look up Pete Carroll. He goes by the Art of Carroll on IG. I think he's one of my favorite artists. He's going to blow up this year. He just did his first 2 covers. They both came out last week. One was the Battle Beast book. Another one was a Exquisite Corpses variant. He's traditional art. Like you said, Suspiria. I think that there's going to be a point where we give more credence to traditional art because of what's happening with,
Exactly.
you
I
know,
think so too.
yeah. So
That's why I give props to Eric Larson, who continues to do it by hand.
Yeah, man. It's a talent. It's something. I think it's a good thing. So I hopefully not everybody goes AI and digital, because honestly, these covers are starting to just get on my nerves. But
I don't know. I think there's a difference between digital and AI though. Like AI is clearly a different thing. Like
okay, Art Germ doesn't do AI, but when I look at Art Germ's work, all I can see is it just says AI to me. If not, I get it. He's a great artist and he does great on his tablet and he's awesome. I get that, but it doesn't look like.
Maybe it's because it's too polished.
Yeah,
I like
to
to say
too
that.
polished. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is.
There's going to be over the last 10 years, everybody went batshit crazy for super polished, realistic looking art on covers. Art Germ, Shakiri, all those guys from the Art Germ school. It's
Will
super, yeah. And so, well, I think Will Jack's traditional, but he does sketch all his stuff, but then he'll do the colors in digital.
Yeah.
But the problem is that people are going to start gravitating back to really stylized, dynamic, not realistic art, because it's just there's so much of the realistic stuff. And
Rob Liefeld makes a big comeback.
Sienkiewicz, the big Sienkiewicz resurgence. But
Bleecker not me and Bleecker, but just Bleecker on Church. He does a preview for like FOC or new books coming out, right, Bleak? And we've been noticing a lot of first appearances. You want to talk about that for a second, Bleak?
Sure. I guess I think the comic book market is doing what it's doing to survive, because less and less books are being printed, so they're trying to entice people with a lot of first appearances. And these first appearances, some of them are all right, I guess, but there's a lot of key comics that are meaningless on most of the lists that I look at. I'm like, okay, this is a key comic because the color red was used for the first time in 2 years. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
It's a tie-in.
A tie-in, yes. It's the middle part of the story that you're reading. Like, all right.
Have you noticed that, Brian? Like, almost every series, like, it's a new character. Like, this is going to have a first appearance, and it's been a lot more, I feel like, lately.
I think that's been the norm with comics forever, but I think that the difference is everybody's trying to call a first appearance a key. A first appearance isn't a key. It depends on the appearance. It depends on the character. Like, I don't care. What is, there's that Shirley Lee Johnson book, which looks amazing. It's a great storyline, but they're touting number 1 as a key because of the 2 characters that are in there. That there's 2 first appearances in there. Well, we don't know what those characters are going to turn out to be. Like, should we call that a key already? Do we need to put a key alert little tag on it because it's got a first appearance in there? I don't think so. I don't. Maybe I'm, one of the people that's a naysayer on that, but I'm
I-
sorry.
I-
I think
I
I
would
agree with
that.
you, Brian, because if you remember, like the book has been out since the 90s. The first appearance of the Owen Wilson character on Loki, okay?
Yeah.
It's been there forever. I never even thought of it as a key until it started blowing up because Luke Wilson was playing this character. It was a first appearance, but it wasn't that important. It wasn't a
you
key.
got it.
Well, they're side characters, so that's not a key then.
Well, there's always going to be bigger keys and smaller keys, I guess. But you know, they're definitely doing their part to. We have to do our part. They're trying to do their part. They want to sell us books. We want to buy books. So I don't know, man. You know, it's the market. We need to. They're just doing what they got to do to sell books, and people eat it up. People eat keys up. If you know, that seems to be the market these days. Everything is a first appearance, or they always go back to number ones. Spider-Man #1. Let's get another number one in there, guys. We need more number one.
Don't forget the 7 or 8 different covers for a lot of these books.
Yeah, everything is optioned before it even gets made anymore. It's just like, oh, it's optioned, bro. It's optioned. So He-Man's been optioned for 25, 30 years.
There's a dark secret
like,
about
give me a break.
optioning, by the way.
What's
Like
that?
optioning doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go to production.
No,
They
never.
can sometimes option it just to hold it so that it can never go to production.
That's what they can do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we feed on keywords, and
I mean, He-Man's being filmed now. That
we hear keys. We hear
He-Man
they're-
is coming.
Oh,
Yes.
but for years, like it has effects. For years, Marvel didn't bother with there was a period without a Fantastic Four title because they didn't own the movie rights. Why are we bothering making a book?
Yeah.
So that another company can.
I don't like the absolute Batman 1 first print. I was looking at it. It looks like a $30, $40 book. I just skipped over it because it didn't look that interesting to me. But it seems like everybody's saying it's a great story. And now I kind of wish I got it because it was easy to get, so.
Just sort of.
See, I think Hush 2 is way better than Absolute Batman. That so far Hush 2 is kind of like Dope says.
I just
blowing my dick off right now. I think
Yeah,
that's
I do.
great.
I just read the first issue of it, and yeah, it was freaking amazing.
And I'll tell you what, Battle Beast, like I know there's like the hype train is real, and everybody's shouting about Battle Beast, but I read the first 2 issues of it. That is legitimate. That's really, really good. I couldn't believe how much I liked it.
People forget the type of person that Robert Kirkman is. Like they don't realize Robert Kirkman is a comic fan. He, that term that Mark Spears gets that was coined one of us.
Yeah,
Robert Kirkman is one of us, and on a major way.
Robert Kirkman can't fucking hit it, can't miss right now, bro. Everything.
He's so good.
And he does things. He decides to do things not based on will it be hot, will people want to make a variant of it, is a variant going to be hot. He does things based on excitement for comic book things. And I don't know if you guys got a chance to see. He actually jumped on Big Clutch's eBay live sale.
On your show, I saw that. Yeah.
And he was talking about how they've been working on the Battle Beast blind bags for a year, and they're going to lose money on it, but they don't care because the whole point was to create excitement for comic book shops and comic book fans. And Robert Kirkman does things based on, is it going to be, I don't know if you guys were going into shops back when Walking Dead was out, but I was going into a shop every Wednesday, no doubt. I was there, and 90% of the time, if a Walking Dead book was out, that would be the book that we would all stand around and talk about. And there was multiple moments where Kirkman would send that Negan Lives was a free book he sent to comic book stores. He didn't promote it at all. He wanted it to be this exciting thing that when people go in oh my God, look at this. The way he ended Walking Dead, nobody knew Walking Dead was going to end until that day it showed up in the comic book store. He wanted it to be exciting. There's still people out there in the comic industry that do stuff because they want it to be exciting for comic fans and comic stores. But unfortunately, that world is dying, man. The comic book fan world is dying, and the comic store is dying. and that sucks. That really sucks. And the whole Battle Beast blind bag thing was supposed to be this super exciting thing that should have been a home run across every platform it was on. Everybody should have been talking nothing but great things about it. But you have, this little tiny stain on it now because of the people going on live streaming a week early and spoiling the fun and selling them on live streaming, a week before.
And the people with the drawings, the fake sketches. That's another thing. That's been bad.
Ruining it for everybody. And I'll be honest, up until a couple of weeks ago, my thought process was like, yeah, we need to talk about it, but is it too negative? Should we maybe not talk? Now I'm like, I think that us as content creators, we've become comic journalism, right? There is no more magazines, there's no more Wizard, there's no more Amazing Heroes, there's no more Comics Interview, there's no more Comic Buyer's Guide where, the comics journalism was happening. There's no more drama, CBR, or, there's Bleeding Cool, but there's hardly any other comic journalism on the internet.
Bleeding Cool is now nothing but they're shills now. I mean, they've always been shills, but now it's really, everything is great and nothing sucks and
So I think us as content creators need to be we're the comic journalism now, whether we like it or not, we are. And when stuff happens that causes problems for the comic book community, i.e. people not respecting street date, people swiping, artists continually swiping art and taking jobs from other artists, or stores doing shitty things, retailers doing shitty things. We need to, be careful about it. We don't want to call out, people that don't need to be called out, but when it's obvious and the proof is there, I think we need to yell it from the rooftops, like, stop this, don't do this. And there's ways to do it where you can do it in a respectful manner where people don't immediately think drama, community drama. Oh, this guy's just shitting on somebody. No, this is something we want to keep the hobby alive. There's, retailers need to have respect not only for the hobby, but their peers who are retailers and the publishers that, give them the product to sell. I don't understand why you would shit in their hand and say, give me more. It's like, it's ass backwards. And it's very interesting, to see it happen because everything's changing rapidly.
Don't you think they did it to themselves? Like a lot of this.
It also comes with the LCSs, man. They'll start charging $40 right off. Oh, this comes in today. It's $40. Sorry, I saw it on eBay. Oh, did you? Oh, did you? It says $3
Rob does
on the thing.
sometimes, Matt.
That's because the guys at Metropolis, I find that comic book store, they get everything right off the bat, and they put premiums on stuff, and people get the word out. And
some of that's survival, and I understand that. And I shit on my local comic book shops a lot because I have two near me, and they're both garbage. But I know that there are exceptional ones out there too. They're really, really good. But for years, I think LCSs have, I don't know. I mean, I remember back in the day them taking advantage of people and taking advantage of me when I sold comics there, and things. So I do tend to bristle at when people want to, talk about the benevolence and virtue of all their local comic book shops. Again, there are exceptional comic book shops out there. But I think as far as the publishers go, they need to own this. They ran shit titles and shit stories, specifically Marvel and DC, for many, many, many years, and people were just buying garbage for a long time, and it's coming home to roost now. Now you're trying to see where they just did derivatives, or where every character they're just going to make a variant of that character rather than a brand new character that's interesting. And then when you see, like you said, what Kirkman's doing with it, like this with Invincible, and then now Battle Beast, which I think Battle Beast is better than Invincible as so far what I've liked. Much cooler
character.
And I think I think that they deserve what they've had happen to them, Marvel and DC.
Yeah, Marvel hasn't written a good story in ages.
I wanted to show some books I got stashed away at my LCS. I'm gonna be getting tomorrow. I got this Wildcats Ashcan #5. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Hold on. I got this 2000 AD Judge Dredd issue 666.
Nice.
Wow, that's cool.
Very cool.
Oh, that's
Great
cool.
That is cool.
I got, you guys are gonna like a couple of these, I think. This is Jimbo #5. This guy did art that got stolen from him. That looks like Pee Wee Herman stuff.
That's a huge book. That's a huge key right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gary Panter is a comic creator and also a artist that created all the look of Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse.
That's right.
Characters. He's also good friends with Matt Groening. They worked on Matt Groening's very first book together, and those Jimbo books are very tough to come by. And that one right there is really well. I think, is that the reprint from Bongo or the original?
I don't know. No, this is maybe a reprint. I don't know. I know that I had a Jimbo #5, the one with Cherry,
Yeah,
on the cover, and it was really cool. But I just saw this today. It looked like an Outlaw, but I don't know if it's. I didn't even know there was reprints.
Yeah, that's
cool.
a major book right there.
And this one is cool. This is Roger Rabbit and the Resurrection of Doom.
Oh, we talked about that book on the Almost 10 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no shit. Yeah,
That's
it's worth.
the first comic adaptation of Roger Rabbit in comics. That should be the first appearance of those.
Really?
That's the first appearance of Roger Rabbit?
I believe so. I believe that came out before the. I think that's the first thing to come out in comics.
Wow.
And this is I think this is a J. Scott Campbell Zine Ashcan with the belly button piercing. They had like 4 of these, so I might get a couple.
Oh, that's
Grab 'em all,
badass.
bro. It's a tough book too.
Yeah. So nice little stash waiting on me tomorrow. We'll see if I get it. I'm really hoping for that.
So again, what
Jim,
was that Roger Rabbit one?
it's the something of Doom. Let me read it again. Hold on.
Yeah, it's. I might be mistaken if it's being the first appearance. I know it's the very first original storyline in comics. And somebody said, and when we had that on the Almost 10 a few weeks ago in the chat, that's the true first appearance of Roger Rabbit. But I don't know. You might want to look into that. That is the first original story, other than the movie.
It's a mag. They had 2 at my shop, and this one was worth a lot more. It's called Roger Rabbit and the Resurrection of Doom. It's a Marvel mag, and be on the lookout. You might run. I'm sorry, my camera ain't really working that well.
Roger Rabbit and the Resurrection of Doom. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's a cool cover.
I just made a note.
Yeah.
I like those first appearances. So
I know.
if it is.
We are going to jump into our undervalued world championship. I don't care how many people are in the chat. We're going. If it's just one vote, we will go by that. Breaking news. Breaking news. I am the 3-time defending undervalued world champion, dude. I'm going for my 4th tonight. So
You're going down, Biggie.
anybody that wants to step up and challenge, you're all more than welcome. If you don't want to battle, you can hang out. So I'm going last because I'm the champ. But yeah, we'll see who wants to go.
Oh, I'm ready.
I'll go first.
Matt spoke up first.
We were
Do you want to tell the rules to Brian in case he wants to play along, or?
Yeah, sure, Brian. It's any book you feel is undervalued in any shape, size, form, or fashion. So it could be speculation if you want to just chill and hang out. It's really very quick to spring on you, but yeah, like if you got, you're pretty good at this kind of shit. So yeah, if you're good, you're good. But we'll let Matt take his turn and get to that in a minute.
I know. Wednesday we had a discussion, Biggie, I believe that involved and TM and Alan, that I believe involved the first appearance of Metamorpho's son. Well, just out of curiosity, I have the book, the Europe 11. I was curious. I bought this in the dollar bin. It has actually reached $12 on Go Collect as a fair market value for a CGC book. So I think that this is very undervalued. If this baby is going to be in the Superman movie, like people are saying, then this has a chance to be a book that might get some value, but is severely undervalued at this.
All right.
Okay.
Good job.
I do like that Animal Man's there.
We'll have Rico second.
I do like in the book, the Metamorpho kicks the crap out of Guy Gardner.
Everybody hates Guy Gardner.
Oh, hey. X-Men Alpha #1. First appearance of Dark Beast. You can get a 9.8 for $60 Canadian.
Mhm.
And
Can we get your 9.8 for $60 Canadian?
You cannot get my 9.8 for $60. But that's it. So his first appearance of Dark Beast. It's an excellent book. Wraparound cover. The back cover is really awesome too. So it's really cool. It's shiny. It's wicked. You can get it real cheap. And with all the X-Men spec that's coming up with the X-Men 98 show, I'm positive that all this stuff is about to blow up. So
All right.
Let's go.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So, we got Alan, Chonker, TM, and
I
possibly
said earlier when Matt said I'll go. Can anybody hear me? No.
Okay. We hear you now.
All right. So this isn't a key, really, but it is the first embossed cover ever, and it's a second print. We got Silver Surfer, 50 anniversary 50th spectacular. You can find these in the dollar bin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So first embossed cover, and there you go. That's it.
Nice.
I suck at this game. I think this will be the last time I play.
I got to bounce to get ready for the hot 10, but I'll show you one that was sitting in a stack next to me real quick.
Okay, hold on one
So-
moment. Let me get the there we are.
So, Spider-Man Super Special #1. This is a newsstand, but I think the regular copies are just super undervalued. A lot of people don't know what this is, and they'll see it just like this because this is the front cover. And you can find them on eBay for like $8, $4, really cheap if you just search for. But look for, people don't really realize what it is. If you turn it around.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Scarlet Spider.
So it's got. I don't know about you guys. I hate homages nowadays, but I used to be a huge homage collector before it was like crazy, and so I used to always collect homages of Spider-Man 1, McFarlane, and this Days of Future Past. Those are my favorite ones to collect, and this one is a sneaky one that a lot of people don't know about. So, and it's a back cover. So people will sell this. They'll show this cover and sell it for it as much as like $50. But if you know what you're looking for and you realize it's a flip cover, this is the front cover. This is the back cover. So,
wow,
nice.
Thank you for clear backing boards.
Well, thank you for coming on, Brian. We will add you to the voting bin. You might actually win. We'll see what happens. But thank you very much for showing up.
Love you guys. Good stuff.
Brian.
Cheers, amen.
Later, brother.
See ya.
Right.
All right, we got Alan, Chonker, and who dat?
I can go if you want me to.
Yeah,
don't-
sure.
I don't know if I got a
pressure.
winner, but I think it is undervalued. So this is an example of a shit movie affecting a comic that's a key comic and a good comic. Bad movie, good comic. And I don't have a 9.8. A 9.8 is like a little over 300. A 9.6 is like 120, and I have a 9.4, which is about an 80. Eternals #1.
Yeah.
This is oversold. Like the shitty movie and the performance of that movie. This is undervalued now because I got this on Comic Link for like $55, and a key. Not only first Eternals, but also their what's the group that like their adversaries. I can't remember their name, but both in this
The
and
cosmic
classic.
people, yeah.
Yeah,
The
classic.
Celestials.
Celestials.
It wasn't the Celestials. It's like a Yeah, but this, I think this was overvalued like before the movie came out, but I think this is oversold now. And yeah, like I said, on Comic Link, I get this for like $55.
I'm curious how many are available because everybody paid so
The
much money.
Deviants. Yeah, Callie got it. The
so much
Deviants.
money for them in
Deviants, yeah,
2020.
that's right.
All right, very good, Chunko. We got Alan and Nudat. So Alan's
I'll go
on.
second last.
Oh, he got it.
You must have a biggie.
Is he not? I'm sorry. Our TM got skipped out. Sorry. Go ahead. That to next.
You have a
I really didn't have a book until Chanko showed the Eternals. So I'll show one that got murdered by a TV show and is forgotten by Marvel even better than that one, because this one you can get for like $30. So first appearance of the Inhumans. There you go.
wow.
Fantastic 445. Very undervalued key. So undervalued that I might be on my next giveaway.
Wow. That would be a hell of a giveaway.
So well, it's undervalued. It's not appreciated, so it's not unaffordable.
That
give it away.
show wasn't that bad.
I didn't think it was that bad either.
I actually did enjoy it.
I just didn't.
Well,
I wish they didn't
well,
cut her hair. That was all I was.
Yeah.
Well, it's a TV show, and they couldn't afford the CGI
Special
for it.
effects. Yeah.
Yeah. So undervalued key, first appearance of the Inhumans, probably the best one of the night. In my opinion, the book you can get for under $50 in a mid to lower grade, and a Silver Age. There you go.
Nice. All right, and Howard.
Okay. So no matter what I show, you guys aren't gonna like my book anyway. So I'm just gonna show a cool book.
I liked your book last week.
Okay. Well, nobody appreciated it. So, so I'm gonna show. This is the book that I'm gonna show. It's actually kind of a cool book for the cover. You got Victory Gardens, which was a big thing during the war. This is Ace Comics 123, I believe. Wait, am I right on that? No, number 76. Sorry, 76. And it's one of those things where we sometimes make fun of comic book appearances where it's the ad that comes first, right? And then the ad for that first character, right? For example, like Supergirl, like 250 Action Comics 251 has the ad for Supergirl, right? And then you think, oh, it's an ad, it doesn't really count. Well, in this case, the ad is actually what's important. It's actually kind of a cool first appearance because of the ad. And it's this ad right here. A very famous character, Captain
America.
Tootsie.
Tootsie. Oh shit.
Tootsie Rolls, and and the character was so popular that he actually got his own title. And he was just a character that he would be in these kind of comic strips on the back of comics as a character selling Tootsie Rolls.
Why is this undervalued?
So Captain Tootsie is actually a pretty popular character in terms of comic.
Oh, is he?
Books.
Yes.
And
we've heard this before. Not from Howard. And not
Picking
from
you
Howard.
after the first appearance of Captain Tootsie?
Captain Tootsie is a cool character. And you
haven't
can pick
seen
this
him
book
on
up
any
for
top
about
10s
$40 to $50.
Good. Very nice.
Very nice.
Thank you very much, Alan.
Bleeker's got his cutting wit.
Well, I liked all y'all's books. I think you guys did great. Cigarette tastes real good right now. All right.
The way you did the cigarette with the cowboy hat, I feel like it should be going do 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 do.
Well, sometimes when you're a 3-time champion going for 4 championships, you feel a little pressure, and sometimes pressure can either bust pipes or create diamonds. And I tell you, man, this is a diamond in the rough, man. Everybody knows, I think everybody knows, unless you're a noob, Sentai 2 is the first Power Rangers.
Yes.
Now, I'm bringing y'all an undervalued book that's under the radar. It's not even listed as what I'm about to tell you because I'm fucking smarter than the people that list the keys. You understand? So I did some research. I looked, I trained, I took my vitamins, and there's no books before this book that has any inkling of this team. You may know who I'm talking about, the VR Troopers. Okay? And I've heard some buzz about VR Troopers in the future. Now it says special 40-page American Sentai issue, entered the world of VR Troopers. Usually when you hear enter the world of something, that probably means this might be the first fucking time you heard of it. And that's not all. That's not all. This is an early Power Rangers books because it's number 5. Number 2's the first, so you do the math. And that's not all. It's also the first appearance of Mothra. Sentai 5. That's the book I'm bringing. You see the VR Troopers. You don't see Mothra. Big ass VR Trooper on the front. Power Rangers.
I actually
there.
picked that book up already because of Mothra.
So that's the book I brought. You could find these fairly cheap. I don't know, $5-10, but they are listed at $70 because they know about the Mothra. People don't know about the VR Trooper.
Yeah.
I can get down with the Mothra. The VR Troopers is what lost me.
Yeah, I think
so everybody
Mothra's
knows
big.
Either way,
Mothra and it's only $70.
it's extra.
We've already
it's
got
extra.
2 votes. The line just went up.
Yeah,
People are automatically voting Biggie.
They're voting Biggie because it's the Biggie channel.
I want to say they're gonna vote Biggie regardless.
Oh, come on, God.
Don't vote for me because of me. Vote for me because I'm good.
They're doing it every week. Every week they just vote for you right away. They don't even wait for you to finish talking to their voting.
You don't even have to show the book; they'll vote for you. Don't worry.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't ask anybody. to vote.
Lyle voted for Alan.
I'll show mine one time, but I'm not gonna.
And Popper voted for me too.
I'm not gonna
That's
waste
4.
your time.
Biggie, you might need to.
When Legend votes for not for the Fantastic Four, you know it's rigged.
You might need to retire to like the Ring of Honor, Biggie, because
I
like
know, dude.
none of us can win on your chat. None of us can win.
That's hey, he and everybody knows it. If anybody knows the Legend, he's a Fantastic Four, and he loves Fantastic Four. So when he doesn't vote for Fantastic Four, you know it's not real.
I would have voted for Matt actually of all these ones. Believe it or not, Matt's is the best.
Really? I think mine's really good tonight.
Well, Matt's is the best spec.
If I don't vote for mine, I'll vote for Chanko.
I actually like the VR Troopers better than the Power Rangers. Honestly, I used to watch them more.
I was just I would have if I didn't vote for mine, I would have voted for Houdat. Actually,
that's the big thing. So.
I was like, because Eternals is true. That's why I had to use Matt's line.
I would have actually gone for the Eternals. I think.
Oh, dude, I got 5 votes. Y'all are fucked. I don't even need to throw it no more.
I don't think we can compete anymore. I think everybody's just going to vote for you.
Well, you know how much that Eternals book has dropped? It's dropped below
insane.
What it was before the spec.
I know.
Yeah,
and I think that's undervalued as a result.
Yeah, I picked it.
I do. I think it is
because of that.
Yeah,
but the only problem with it, though, and this is my only complaint about the book, is because of the spec, a whole bunch of copies got graded.
Well,
and that kind of brought down the value a little bit.
Inhumans for $40. Inhumans, like, come on! I'm not even pressing my book. My book was great, but Inhumans for $40. Come on,
that's great. That's really good.
That's too cheap.
That is the lowest valued awesome book on the panel.
I was gonna give some numbers on it, but I'm not gonna even bother. Like it's.
I got Inhumans right over here, dude. I was ready to show it too.
It's a good one.
You get home field advantage.
Come on.
Yeah, look, Inhumans.
That's ferret right now.
There you go. Inhumans.
Yeah, that's the only reason I actually like yours, Matt, because it is a true dollar bin book. And if it goes up even like a little bit, it's it's like a.
I know.
Breaking news.
Biggie. Biggie.
right, so I think guys are gonna get sick of coming on because they don't like losing. I'm predicting that. My speculation's strong. I think I'm gonna have a good chance next week because I might have the fucking first Roger Rabbit tomorrow. So, all right, that's all I gotta say. 4 times in your face. I win. I did it.
Not bad.
I got a
Yeah.
late vote.
Hey, Malik, if you had $200, you can get a 7-0 in my book.
I know, bro. That's a fucking great deal.
I got 0 votes. I got none.
Oh,
And
no,
I
I
had
just told you
Good.
if I couldn't vote for myself, I would vote for you. So you definitely got a couple of votes on the panel.
Alan, Captain Tootsie is a good idea, but I don't think people understand how big.
Well,
he
here's
was.
here's the thing.
Huge.
I mean, I know you guys are like, rooting each other on and shit, but the book I showed, nobody's even talking about. Like, nobody knows
I
what
have
first
We
VR.
that
don't
book.
need to talk
They
about
don't
it.
know about the VR troopers though. They don't know that part.
Nobody cares about VR
It
troopers.
does. It
Mothra
don't
is
I
fucking
don't
cool.
matter.
heard
It-
of the VR
it-
troopers.
If everybody,
Everybody knows
everybody
VR
knows
troopers.
that Mothra's in the
Nobody
book
cares about
already, and
VR
it's $70.
troopers.
Nerve, Alan, with your fucking Dr.
It's just
Lulu or the
$70.
fucking
Okay.
way.
Look!
So-
I love the fact that he's trying to argue people. Nobody's gonna spec off of them. I'm sorry, B.
Okay, so the thing is, VR troopers, that's not a thing. But a lot of people did buy a Sentai 5 because of Mothra. They actually,
And-
it was like a popular book because of that. And the
And
stuff's already dead.
I didn't have anybody tell me about it, and I reported on it first, so it's been my book before any of them fucking people.
Okay, I
so
bought it like 2-3 years ago.
bullshit.
It's in my box right there.
Oh, you saw the Biggie Shack Commandments, motherfucker.
But
You seen
I-
this?
You went
I
to
was
the
like,
future, Alan.
It's Mothra, which is cool, and then you got VR troopers.
right,
Like,
all
who would
right.
care about VR troopers? I mean, it's like,
There are 2 parts about this.
It's a T move. All right.
There are two parts about this that are the best. The 2 best things about these when we do these is everybody shitting on each other's books and Alan getting pissed afterward. Those are the 2 best parts.
Yeah, I love how everybody knew about Mothra before I nobody fucking knew about Mothra before I did that. I didn't hear anybody fucking say Mothra when I said that shit.
it was actually on the list, actually. I forget. Because I was like, oh, Mothra's
I think
so cool.
I think Tony
really
has.
liked
I know
Mothra.
Tony has it. So I know
never
Tony
heard
Sanders
anybody
has
say
it.
that shit.
I liked Mothra. Like, I remember my video where I was talking about it because I really
I
liked
saw it
the
on
Mothra
eBay.
movie.
It was on eBay.
There's those little twins. The little.
Yeah. I don't even believe the Mothra shit. I believe in the VR Trooper spec more than the Mothra shit because it's like a weird first appearance. It's not like the real one.
I agree with Darren. If you VR Troopers are Temu Power Rangers, so
Yeah, for sure. I really did like VR Troopers Baron Power Rangers. I love that show.
What
but
the
that's
hell
me.
are VR troopers?
nobody
Wait,
knows.
no,
Man. Nobody knows, man.
Nobody knows or cares.
Nobody
They
knows, man. That's why
Hey,
I
they're
said Temu Power Rangers. Temu
They're the 4th world undervalued champions. That's what they are. That's all that matters. Well,
Yeah,
that was a good episode.
So
Captain
this is how
Tootsie.
kids. What we learned today is how to use burner accounts. What you do is you get a whole bunch of burner accounts,
Got
and you
murdered.
say, "Biggie, I choose Biggie's book. I choose Biggie's book." Like,
And then you unsubscribe.
and then
Yeah.
you unsubscribe. That's the last part. That's the last part you do.
Don't forget to buy people some memberships before you unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Right. They're probably all members, the ones that unsubscribed. Yeah. I got like 90 members right now, so who
You have
knows?
90 members?
I do, dude. Yeah, I got like 90
That's
members.
awesome.
I'm one.
I don't brag a lot.
I'm
you
one.
know?
I was up to 30, and then like a month rolled by. Like nobody resubscribed.
Well, I have
It was, like,
19
really
at
sad.
the moment.
Hey, Alan, it could be worse. You could be giving away $300 worth of books and you can't get members.
Oh man, that's
Okay,
so sad.
I'm a member of everybody's channel here that has memberships. So
I'm a member of all. I think. Do you have membership? Who that? Are you?
Yeah,
That's why.
Yeah,
This,
you
this
can
is
win
what
all
I give
these
away
way
from. This is
awesome
what I
books.
give away from my members.
Hold on.
Oh no, I've
I
given
know.
I've given who that like a super chat before, but I didn't know he had members. But the other guys,
Yeah, I did.
Just
I
giving
did.
away,
This
like, awesome books.
this is all of this given away to one
Wow.
channel member. But I only have like 11 channel members, so it's a good percentage chance for those channel members.
I'll join up. I'll join yours.
Yeah, so you join up with Who Dat.
I won
Yeah.
this one off of one of Who Dat's.
There you go.
membership ones.
Yeah, and
There
it's
you go.
actually
Yeah.
think about it. Your chances
Matt
of
won,
winning, like,
Susie won. I think Boston Chris. Like a lot of people. Well, I'm going down the line. Nobody. I don't think I have doubles yet. So if you join, eventually you'll win because I haven't had a repeat. I haven't had a repeat win.
And
Oh, I
honestly,
joined. I joined up for all buddies channels. I got like I joined. I'll. I think I try to at least. Like if I notice they have it available, I do. But hey, Alan, I got a couple of things I wanted to show you.
My
Did
next giveaways are going to be these books, and most likely the Inhumans. So,
Those are cool.
This will be next time.
I know you collect. I bet you probably have both of these, but Infinity covers. Like I got a couple of AOKs where somebody sent me Infinity covers, but you have
I'll
this
tell
one,
you if I have them or not.
the Wortham one.
Yep, have it.
Yeah, I figured you'd have that.
Run. I have the complete run of Wortham.
Yep.
Books.
Somebody
They're
sent me
crazy.
that.
They're pretty fun.
And then Johnny, he sent me this one.
What's that? Animal Crackers?
Yeah, Animal Crackers.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know you had those.
I'm not sure about the Animal Crackers. I'm pretty sure I have it, but I'm not.
Alan, I've seen it at your house.
Okay, yeah.
I thought I had it.
Just super generous people sending me cool stuff, and yeah.
It was one of the ones you showed me when you showed me your box of Infinity covers.
Okay. So yeah, I thought I had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few.
I figured you probably did. I
funny
just was
animal
like,
ones. Frisky Animals had a bunch of Infinity covers too.
yeah. I figured, I knew you liked those. Like, a couple people sent out. I figured I'd show them to you.
Yeah.
Well, anybody got any special things they want to show before we do a little promo and right on out of here? I know Alan and Matt had a long day today, so.
Okay. How about you, Alan?
I'd love to see some stuff.
Oh, what can I show that's cool? Okay, I'm going to show you stuff that nobody liked.
All right.
This is so sad. Okay, so these are things nobody liked. I was trying to trade them.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Cool. That's really cool.
Zap 2.
Yeah,
First
Crumb.
appearance of Angel Food McSpade.
Nobody wanted that? What the hell?
And this is
that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Beautiful. You did a oh my god, I don't know why I didn't want that one, but you did a sticky and went to the con trying to trade books.
This was trading some people that had Golden Age books. I brought the wrong stuff.
Oh shit.
Wow, that's all really cool stuff.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this one
Zombie
because it's your channel.
Oh well, yeah. Nobody cares about my channel.
Sorry, big.
Damn, they're all titty books. Fuck. Oh man. I like that Zine I showed. It had like panties in it. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that Zombie Trap #1 wasn't tradable. That one's worth.
Nobody was interested. Oh, and here's the naughty version of that other one.
Oh, okay. Well, guess this episode goodbye.
Yeah.
Sorry, I destroy your channel.
Yeah. Biggie only has 3 one time.
Jesus Christ. Fuck that books. I don't want to see no more. That's good, man. You got me. Jesus Christ.
Rebrand this as a members only.
Holy shit. I think I will.
So,
All right.
So, but no, I brought some other stuff, like some Golden Age and stuff. But
Yeah, let's see that, please.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I'm more interested in that. Yes.
Okay. Here's some better stuff. Actually, this one's big. If you want to see a big book like that, is maybe it's not totally under the radar. Is this one?
Was it the first appearance of Pixie again?
It's the first appearance of Solo Leveling.
Oh.
Free comic book day one.
Solo Lovely.
Nice.
If you haven't watched Solo Leveling, it's probably one of the best anime out there.
Yeah, I would agree. It is a really good anime.
Rad knows about it.
I'll have to check it out.
Sorry,
He knows about everything on TV.
We got some
Betty.
And this is one of those innuendo covers.
Oh, those are my favorites.
He's putting cream on her back.
Right, Pop.
And then this is the first appearance of Wolfgal.
I love Lil Abner for some reason. It's got Frazetta in it in the later issues, right?
Maybe.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
I'm not sure. This is the first appearance of the Song of the South.
Yeah.
Bear Rabbit.
that Tar Baby thing being a.
And I was surprised that they weren't interested in these. These are the Argentinian ones.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I love those when you show those.
These are really cool. Like,
Yeah, they're really cool.
they're
I like
quite,
those
and
a
they're
lot.
extremely rare too. It's like really hard to find these.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Really cool bondage
badass.
cover.
Those are badass.
They didn't want them. I was trying to trade them.
Hard to trade at con, Susie says.
These aren't from. No, actually, I can trade these at the con easily, but trading them, like I was trading them with other collectors.
There's a couple of guys at local.
This one's
there's a
really
couple,
rough, but it's a innuendo cover.
Oh.
She's blowing
There's
him.
a lot of guys who who trade for Alan's books at our local cons because they put them in their private collections.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
The Gladstone
I do like the
Vander's
Brer
first
Rabbit.
appearance.
I think that one's my favorite so far is the Brer Rabbit.
And this is the first appearance of little Sabrina.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Little Archie gang.
And then a couple more, like some more booby books, but I thought this
not
was a
so
really
bad.
cool shark cover. And then we got some other little ones. I forget what this is.
That's first not Stranko, first
Something or other.
Fusima or Stranko. It's one or the other.
It's something key, yeah. And then
Art.
the last one is I think this is the first appearance of this guy, the Mountain Storm.
Oh yeah. Yep. Sounds right.
Yeah.
It's Alan's. It's the first appearance of Alan, the judo master.
Yeah, Alan
No.
the Master.
No.
So those are some of the books I had a whole box, and I just only got rid of one book.
Interesting. So Matt, tell them about Sunday, man.
So Sunday is the bi-weekly Superman's the bi-weekly Sunday Superman show. I have Cliff from Comics coming on, and I have Steppo coming on, and I've asked Biggie if he wants to come
Possibly
on.
Biggie Shack, yep.
Possibly Biggie, and we're going to show mostly Legion books, but bring any Superman related books you want to bring, and we'll be happy to show them.
Good. I forgot a couple last time I showed up, so good. All right. And Alan, he did a show earlier tonight with like 80 people in it. Is a lot more popular than mine, but he's still gracious enough to come here.
So tomorrow I have something really cool. I'm going to be interviewing Stray Flexing, and he's going to be showing books for sale that before he does an auction. So you can basically get first dibs on some really rare books that are kind of cool. He didn't just keep it Golden Age. He has some moderns that are kind of special ones mixed in, like some Dragon Ball for some reason, and some really cool books actually.
That shit's hot, Alan. Dragon Ball Z is hot shit.
Yeah, but they're super high grade and hard to find ones. So, so some pretty cool stuff that'll be on my channel tomorrow. And then on Monday, I'm going to be showing some pretty awesome books, just some pretty awesome stuff. Major Grail. I promise you, there will be one major Grail.
Wow,
Hell
you've been
yeah.
acquiring a lot of cool stuff recently.
Yeah, it's like
I forgot to mention earlier. Today's my 1 year anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Matt.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, happy anniversary again.
All right. Bleeker, I know you got a show tomorrow, a couple of them, right?
Oh yeah, shit. We got Band of Brothers tomorrow. We got The Hunt tomorrow. Tony Sanders' channel. Band of Brothers is on my channel. Doing an auction, comic book auction. Come on, hang out, buy some stuff if you want. And Sunday we got Comic Book Church, and here every Friday with Biggie Shack.
Right.
Yeah, man. You know,
and occasionally 2 to 4. You do some really great cameos on 2 to 4. I appreciate it.
I pop in for a cameo here and there. I'm usually working on those days, but I pop in.
That's right.
What I like best about church is that I can watch an hour of it and then go to do something else, and then it's still on when I'm done.
Thank you, Lyle. Appreciate you, man. Lyle let me know that he got his Sentai 5 because he watched the Biggie Shack Commandments. Thank you, Lyle.
I got it like 2 years before your commandments. Okay, so
okay. I believe you. You did it. You won.
Jeez.
Who dat? You would be. You're the main man on the Band of Bros, and you know you got a lot. You got the hunt going too. Other stuff.
Yeah. Band of Brothers hunt. I don't think I'm gonna be on a hunt. It's gonna be too late for me, but I'm gonna at least do a couple of rounds on Band of Brothers. Got work on Sunday. But I did an unboxing. I'll show the lowest graded book. This is the lowest grade. I'll say I think this is actually the least expensive book. So I'll show the least expensive book I unboxed. So I encourage you to watch the video if you haven't watched it.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow, that's a banger.
Yeah.
That's nice,
So
man.
again, this is the least expensive book that I unboxed out of the 4 books. So
That is such a good book.
yeah. This is just first appearance of man, origin and first appearance of man thing. Nobody cares about that. But yeah, check out the unboxing. That was a crazy unboxing. If you don't believe me, ask TM. I'll have some stuff on Band of Brothers, really good prices, really low prices. Trying to move a lot of stuff because I have a convention coming up. So I want to get some autographs and probably talk about the convention. Maybe me and Boston Chris will talk about it. And then I'll do some streaming from the convention. Probably on my channel, and if I'm might try to do something on Bleeker's channel. I don't know if I will because it's on church, and I don't think I'm going Sunday to the convention. So we'll see what I can do. Maybe I'll do a little video and he can play it or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Appreciate everybody. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you. Who'd up?
Nice.
Yeah, man. I am traveling this week, so there's not normally on Saturday nights. Big Nasty and I, we do a stream, but we're not going to be able to do it this week. I think he's going to still do a hangout. Like if people want to tune in tomorrow evening at like I think it's 8 Central, like 9 Eastern. He's doing. But the following week we're going to have a guest. We're going to have the great and powerful Kendrick Lim, Kunka. This is a Kunka cover.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Kunka, and he did this badass Vampirella, like right next to me here. This, the Vampirella that I like, this print.
Oh, very nice.
He's amazing. I think he's in Singapore, but he's jumping on with us, and he's agreed to do an interview, and I think he might hang out afterward if you guys want to hang out and talk to Kunka. Like I think he's a badass. Very much digital, but like. He's doing like the covers on Helverine right now. He also just did a couple other really cool covers. But he seems really excited to do it, and so that'll be kind of fun next Saturday.
All right, yeah, and go check out Chonko, man. He's the best, and I'm gonna make an effort to get on Big Nasty because he's a really nice guy. So
good dude.
TM.
I got nothing because I am taking a break from YouTube after tonight. I already posted it on YouTube and that because I'm not doing good.
Oh shit!
Sorry
Take
to
it
hear
easy.
that.
Take it easy. Jam.
Sorry, man. I don't know what happened, but all right.
Reach out if you need to. Any talk.
Yeah,
Whatever you
always
need to
here
do.
for you.
Just if you want to call me on Instagram anytime, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. I'll still be around 2 to 4. The 2 to 4 is going to be switching up though soon because my kid's getting out of school. So I'll be doing later streams, probably about 8 or 7 during the week, but I will continue a daily stream every day. I think next week will be the last of the 2 to 4s. So everybody's welcome. TM's taking a break. Hopefully he gets better soon, but he has been my main man during all this, and appreciate y'all. Hashtag enjoy. This has been the network. I have been your broadcaster, the immortal Biggie Shaq. So thank you, everybody. Hope y'all had a good night. See y'all tomorrow. Band of Brothers and The Hunt. Thank you very much. See y'all later. Dude.
Biggie. Biggie.